LightWave 2015 introduces bullet constraints and mothers. This greatly expands the possibilities of the dynamic system, further improving the bullet workflow. In this video we'll go through a scene present in the LightWave 2015 content, so we can have some better idea of what the software is offering. Let's start taking a look at the Mars Explorer scene. This is a totally dynamic vehicle, moving on 6 wheels and able to engage any kind of terrain. All we have to do is to hit play, and it will start rolling. Bullet now provides constraints and mothers that totally let LightWave users go over any kind of limitation in case they want to build a futuristic vehicle behaving in a realistic way. We have several kind of constraints that can be used: point-to-point, hinge, slider, count twist, spring, and 6 DOF, degrees of freedom. Rigid bodies normally are ignoring any hierarchy defined in layout. 2 or more rigid bodies can be connected using a constraint. For example, spring connector 4 here is connected to bumper 4 by constraint 6. Anyway, organizing proper hierarchies can be something really useful, especially if you want to move things around easily. In this case, I've created a master and parented any dynamic bodies to this master. And of course, using this master, I can move the whole vehicle. I can move, rotate, and then, before hitting play, I need to reset dynamics. That happens because the master is not a dynamic item, so we need to make Bullet aware of the fact that something changed in the scene about, keyframed animations. So when you're working on a Bullet scene and you're animating items that are not kinematic, rigid, or static bodies, just remember to hit reset before playing the scene. So now we can hit play and everything is in place. Everything is working fine. Now I'm going to make good use of the hierarchies I created for this scene. Let's focus our attention on these 6 hierarchies I built for the wheel system. For example, we can rotate these and see the effect on the dynamic animation. Or we can rotate one of the middle wheel system on the bank and see what happens. And once again we can see how realistic the dynamic simulation is, any changes we make. Let's make some changes to the front wheels this time. We can rotate them and move them a little and hit play again. This time we don't need to reset dynamics because we're dealing with dynamic bodies, so Bullet is perfectly aware of any change we make. Something else I'd like to show about this scene is this additional camera I parented to the vehicle. We can select this camera called Explorer camera and hit play. Now we can see what the camera sees and simulate a first-person view. Now, what if we want to add another vehicle to the same scene? Having organized everything in a hierarchy will help a lot. So let's use load items from scene. We can exclude the terrain, we can exclude the stone, camera dove, all the rest. It's coming in. So now we have master 2 here. I'm going to move it. Again, I need to reset dynamics. Let's go back. Everything is in place. Let's hit play. Of course it's working fine. It's really fluid, more fluid than the Camtasia recorder can record. So let's do something a little evil. Oh, reset and go. So there is full interaction now between, well, they're adjusting their path. They're going together happily. I don't want this. I want something more, a little more violent. So reset and go. Yeah. Well, not so violent, but really, I don't like violence. So that's nice. I think it's important to emphasize the fact that those vehicles are moving thanks to a motor. So they're not controlled by any means, by keyframes. Everything is controlled by dynamics. So we built a vehicle, a dynamic vehicle, using bullet constraints, and we make the vehicle move using motors. In general, building content for LightWave is a lot of fun, but you can hardly imagine how amusing and pleasant it has been using these new features in LightWave 2015. I'm sure you will find a possibility to build any vehicle, any crazy machine you may imagine, something totally exciting. So stay tuned for next video, and thank you for listening.